today we're going to be showing you and taking you through a DE filter teardown. The reason we're doing a teardown on this is because the customer is citing really low flow. When we take this filter apart, we're going to inspect all the panels. We have replacements for each. Now, we've talked before, the king of keeping your pool clean is going to be water flow and filtration. Because this filter is so blocked, we're getting low flow, and because the DE is filthy and needs to be cleaned, we have low filtration as well. The pump basket isn't getting full, so we know that the flow is quite low because really it's not pulling a full and complete prime. So upon taking it out, like we planned to, because we're doing a DE filter teardown today, we found that these panels had expanded a lot. Now, the expansion happens, which is where the fabric gets kind of saggy, is because the pressure is far too high within the unit. I figure now is a great time as any to go over the parts that make up the actual filtration component. All these grids here are what we call panels. Now on the top, there should be a plastic tab, like on this one right here. They have just snapped off everywhere as we've gone to take off the manifold, which is this portion right here. Now through the big tube is where the water flows and actually pulls the water through the grids, because what happens is the water gets pulled all through all of this grid, gets pulled through all these plastic ribs in here, into each of these individual parts on here. It all connects centrally and then goes through this and back into the pool. Now on the panel, this weave is quite thick. It's quite different to what a regular paper cartridge filter is. And what happens is all this stuff collects nice and thick on here. So if I just take my finger and run it across a few ribs, you're gonna get this nice thick sludge. Disgusting. That is all dead skin cells, blood cells, organic matter, sunblock, algae, body oil. And you don't want that going into this, obviously. The spine just came out. Fantastic. Most DE filters, I don't want to say all because I'm sure there's some that aren't, most DE filters have one panel that is a slightly different size to everyone else. It's a small, short panel. Now, when you're taking it apart, you have to remember where it goes, all right? Because if you put it in the wrong place, you're never gonna get this thing back together. The reason for the short panel is right here, that return pipe on the manifold. So we've got the short panel right here, and it's gonna align with the manifold return. Now, there are plenty other iterations on how DE filters may get back together, but for the majority of them, for what you probably have, this is gonna be it right here. So take stock of that short panel, and fun fact about the short panel, they cost more than the regular one. Less material, less fabric, and it costs more. Alright, so the boss man did all the DE before I could get any of that, so kind of screwed me out of that one. If you want to see how to add DE to your pool, be sure to check out our how to do a DE backwash. I'll link that somewhere, so you can see exactly how to add DE into your pool. For more tips or anything, or if you have any questions regarding your pool, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You leave it in a YouTube comment. And remember, if your pool is sick, call the doc.